what's going on, sports cards fans? Ray from Philly here. It's Thursday, February the 3rd, and this is another episode of what I call the Call to the Hall, episode number 7. This here is a little thing I come up with, picking rookie all-star cards from any decade of guys who might have a shot at the Hall of Fame down the line, or you think might have a shot of getting in. It's not really for me to decide. It's just I like picking up players that the trends are showing either by traditional stats or sabermetric stats that they're up there with some of the greats of the greats and they're not in. So this here is my 7th episode. The first 6 I've done the Veda Pinson rookie, which was the 58 tops. Then I did the Al Oliver rookie, which was 69. Then Craig Nettles, 69. Darrell Evans, 1970. Then after that, I did Carlos Delgado, 92, and Jim Edmonds. So here is my 7th card, rookie player that I've picked up. And this player I grew up watching in the late 70s, early 80s. Really a great player. And I think he might be deserving of not just the Hall of Very Good, but Hall of Fame. And that's the 1971 tops of Bobby Grich and a PSA 6, and this looks better than what the camera is showing. 71 is known for having white specks along the black border. I don't see hardly any except for on this little corner here, but I'll give you guys a closer look. Bobby Grich kind of reminds me of a modern day player of like Chase Utley, a guy that had some pop, above average defense, great contact hitter. That was Bobby Grich. He started his career with the Baltimore Orioles. That was in 71. I was too young to remember him then. Free agency came around in 76. So that's when he signed with the Angels. And that's when I started following him around 77, 78. Just a spectacular player. And this card looks fantastic. 71 tops Bobby Grich. I'm going to flip the phone around. We'll give a little bit closer look. Then we're going to go over his stats that shows in comparison with other great Hall of Fame second basemen. But first, I want to give a shout out to and congratulate to the newest YouTube Hall of Famers. 5 new inductees got in this year. I had 4 of them. George Diamond Yard Sports Cards, NY Yanks Fan 7, Days Midlife Card Crisis, Bart's Cards. Those were 4 guys that I already picked. Also, congratulations to Jake for Legends Never Die. Those are your 5 new nominees. Welcome to the club. We're glad to have you. Plenty of room. So now I'm going to flip the phone around, give you guys a closer look at 71 tops Bobby Grich. Okay, and we're back. I just wanted to give a little closer look. The glare when I'm showing it the other view was a little tough, but as you can see, there's hardly any white specks going along this black border. The 7s, all the rookie cards from 71 and 7s or higher are really, really expensive, especially in the past 2 years. So I was happy with the 6. He was just a great fielding he started as a shortstop, but the Orioles had, multi-Gold Glove Award winner Mark Belanger, and he moved over to second base. One of the greatest double play combos ever. Then he went to the Angels, and this guy had some pop. He was a very, very, very good hitter and a good, outstanding defensive second baseman as well. 71 tops Bobby Grich. So now we're going to do some comparison look. Traditional stats doesn't show that he compares with other Hall of Famers, but a lot of the current writers today that are writing for the Hall of Fame are starting to take a look at sabermetrics and delving deep. I was never a fan of sabermetrics. I was more of a traditional guy, needing milestone like 3,000 hits, 500 homers, things like that. But I'm starting to look a little bit further into what I think is important sabermetric type of stats. Not every little sabermetric do I think is important, but let's take a closer look at Bobby Grich's career. Okay, so with his traditional stats, he was a 6-time All-Star, which was very, very good. 4-time Gold Glove Award winner, did win a Silver Slugger. Has a 71.0 career WAR, 1,833 career hits, 224 homers, 266 batting average, 1,033 runs scored, 864 RBIs, a 125 OPS plus, like I said, he started his career in 1970 with the Baltimore Orioles. Um, Played with them until 76. 77 was a free agent, signed with the California Angels. He did lead the league in homers. Like I said, he really reminds me a lot like Chase Utley, or actually Utley reminds me of Gritsch. Gritsch did lead the league in homers in 1981 with 22 homers. So, yeah, got some stolen bases in the first 6 years of his career. Let's see, there was some other stat I saw in here where he finished in the MVP voting decent amount of times here in the top. Here he goes, right here. So finished pretty good in the MVP voting. That's not the one I wanted to see. It shows how many times he finished in the top, I think it's like top 10 of MVP voting. His Hall of Monitor was a 43. The batters are comparing him to, it's funny that one of the top 10 batters are comparing him to is Chase Utley. Also Brett Boone, Brandon Phillips, Toby Harris, Sal Bando, Travis Fryman, Ian Kinsler. He was on the BBWA Hall of Fame ballot in 1992. Didn't get the 5%. Doesn't mean anything. He's going to be on the Veterans Committee now, or Errors Committee. A lot of players like Ted Simmons got knocked off after just 1 year on the BBWAA and made it on their second or third attempt on the Veterans Committee. So there is a shot. Now to look at the Sabermetrics stats. If you go to Baseball Reference and hit Hall of Stats, this is very, very interesting. It shows the top, you can go by position, top 10 players at second base for WAR and JAWS. WAR is, I think, a very important sabermetric stat, and JAWS is based on the WAR, their best peak 7 years. And in the top 10, Bobby Grich is ranked 9th, and every player in the top 10 is in the Hall of Fame, with the exception of Bobby Grich and Robinson Cano. Cano is because he's still playing. But take out Cano, Grich is the only player in the top 10 that's not in the Hall of Fame. You have Rogers Hornsby, Eddie Collins, Napoleon Lajoie, Joe Morgan, Charlie Gehringer, Rod Carew, Frankie Frisch, Jackie Robinson. Then after that, in the next part of the top 10, Ryan Sandberg, Roberto Alomar, Craig Biggio, Joe Gordon, Billy Herman. So in the top 20, there's really only, let's see, Bobby Grich, Robinson Cano, Utley's not eligible yet, Whitaker, Randolph, Kinsler. So 5 guys in the top 20, 15 of them are in there. So he's ranked 8th. That's pretty good. In WAR, JAWS, like I said over here, if you click on JAWS, he's still ranked 8th. So I think it's definitely, like I said, traditional stats, people are going to look at it and they're going to say, oh, he doesn't even have 1,000 RBIs, yada, yada. But I'm telling you, the younger writers today are starting to take a deeper look at some of these sabermetrics. Like them or not, they're here, and they're giving a lot of these players a second and third look at some of these other stats. And when you have someone who's ranked in the top 10 all time in a stat in WAR and JAWS, it should be looked at. Definitely. He's the only one in the top 10 other than Robinson Cano that's not in the Hall of Fame. I'm still curious as to find out where that MVP ranking thing was. I guess I can just go up here. He was 14th in 1972, 19th in 73, finished in the top 10 in 74 and in 79. So two times finished in the top 10 in MVP. Like I said, I really started following his career around 78, and he was one of my favorite players growing up as a kid. So I'm going to end it right now, give you guys a closer look right here at the 71 tops. Bobby Grich, PSA 6. Let me know what you think. Should he be a decline or enshrine? So is he a call it a hall or not? Yes or no? I think yes. I think he should be getting a second look, third look in the Veterans Committee. So there you have it. All right, guys, I appreciate all your likes and comments. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back again tomorrow night with some more PSA graded cards. Until then, have fun with it. Have a great night. Bye-bye.